What's up, what's up, what's up? It's your boy, Pastor Ron. Welcome to my podcast, Faith Talk with Pastor Ron. Thank you so much for your support, your love. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Well, this is a little bit different today. It's taken about 24 hours for our 47th president to be attacked. You knew it was going to happen. You knew that the attack was going to occur. But I didn't expect it to happen in this particular environment. And today, which was the national prayer service, the priest who was speaking, she used her platform as an opportunity to share her displeasure with the president's policies. And publicly, she even made a plea on behalf of the LGBTQ and undocumented immigrants. She made a plea to the president to have mercy on them and how she was not happy with this policy. So let's check this video out together.
After we eat in restaurants and work the night shifts.
Can we talk about the side eye by J.D. Vance? He was just like, here we go again. I don't know what she's talking about. I don't know what she's chatting about. But here we go again. And 47, 45, and 47, Donald Trump, he's also like, let's get this over. So I'll talk more about it.
Hospitals, they may not be citizens or have the proper documentation. But the vast majority of immigrants are not criminals. They pay taxes and are good neighbors. They are faithful members of our churches and mosques, synagogues, wadara, and temples. We ask you to have mercy, Mr. President, on those in our communities whose children fear that their parents will be taken away.
So I love how she uses this opportunity to play on emotion, right? To make people feel bad and, about children's plight, a child who may not be able to sleep at night. I think she's trying to use that as a way to tug at the heart of the president and, make her stance more valid. A lot of times when preachers and speakers want to reel in people, they use the emotional aspect because emotions are a way they can connect. And sometimes if we're too focused on the emotion, we'll miss out on the content of what they're saying.
And that you help those who are fleeing war zones and persecution in their own lands to find compassion and welcome here. Our God teaches us that we ought to be merciful to a stranger.
J.D. Vance seems so pissed off. Like I see smoke coming out of his ears. I don't know if they were set up. I don't know if they were aware of this. I don't know how this came out. But I think, the president and vice president were put at a bad spot. They were put at a place where I feel like she's attacking him. You see, the one thing about communicating and expressing yourself, your goal in communication should be, I want to make sure that my target, the person I'm speaking to, receives what I'm saying. So why couldn't she have a conversation or an email with him? I think that would have been received in a better manner. But what happens a lot of the time, people are so hell-bent on making their point that they lose sight as to am I really going to be received? Or sometimes people just want to have their own platform and want to have their own opportunity, want to have their 15 minutes of fame, right? So they're going to use this as opposed to having a conversation in private. They want to lambast somebody in public. So I think that is unfortunate.
We were all once strangers in this land. May God grant us the strength and courage to honor the dignity of every human being, to speak the truth to one another in love, and walk humbly with each other and our God, for the good of all people, in this nation and the world.
So here it goes. There it goes. I mean, What do you think? What do you think of what she said? So I'm not the biggest fan of Donald Trump, the person, but I do respect and honor and have honor for office and leadership. He is my president. Though I may not agree with him and things he may do, I view as being suspect. Again, we have to honor leadership. So we have to make sure that we respect him for who he is and his position over us. I pray for him. I pray for all our leaders. The same way I pray for church leaders, and I pray for governors and Congress people. I pray for mayors because I understand that God has placed them there for a purpose, and it is the church's job to intercede for them. Though they may not understand the gravity of what they do, it's our job to intercede for all our leaders and those who are there. So again, I may not be the biggest fan of Donald Trump, but I do respect his position, and he deserves respect and honor from me and from the church. But I don't agree with this approach. I don't think it's good for someone to sit here and for someone to sit here and think it's okay for you to use a public forum to share your thoughts or feelings or share an agenda. That was not the place for that. Again, do you think you're going to be received? Do you think that actually worked? And Trump is going to sit here and say, "Nah, I'm gonna reconsider before I speak to you." Nah, it's not gonna achieve its purpose. It's going to probably create even more chaos and anger and fury because he felt attacked and he becomes a victim. But he's also the president. One thing that we have to bring back to society and to this generation and to this country is honor and respect for our leaders. We have to honor and respect our parents and our grandparents and our bosses and our pastors. We have to get back to a place of honor and respect. And too often what happens is that we sit here and we just feel because I have a title, I have a platform that I can say what I want to whom I want and when I want. No, you have to have respect. You have to have, honor and respect those who are above you, and he deserves our respect. And in that moment, I felt it was borderline disrespectful for her to say what she said to him. That was rude. You don't sit there and say that to the president of the United States, especially in that place, in that forum. Why don't you speak to him? Send him an email, text him, request a meeting. I'm pretty sure he'll take it, but not in that forum. It's disrespectful. It tears him down, and it probably, like I said, is counterproductive because now he probably doubled down just based on what you just said. Everyone wants a platform. Everyone wants to, to shine, but we have to operate in wisdom. We have to operate in a place where we say, I can't, nah. This is a time for prayer for our country, not an opportunity to sit here and to present my thoughts and to use this opportunity to tear the president down and share where he does wrong. I understand, and I'm not saying what she's saying is not legit, but delivery matters. I'm not saying what she said wasn't true. I may not understand how a person of the LGBTQ is fearful, and I'm definitely want to be educated on that, but I do understand how someone who's undocumented could be fearful, where they could be afraid to go to their jobs because they could be set up. They could be afraid every knock on the door might cause their heart to sink. So I could get that, right? I could get the plight of an immigrant. I could understand that, and a lot of what she said was true. But that wasn't the place, because then you lose out on your mark and your opportunity to make an impact. So tell me what you think. How do you feel? What do you think?